Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
The State Line man is sentenced for kidnapping and sexually assaulting a woman in 2019. Find out how long Matthew Harkey will spend behind bars.
OSF St. Anthony raises a flag to bring awareness to the need for organ donors. One recipient says without the liver he got, he wouldn't be alive today.
And Golden Apple gives out its final award for 2023. We show you who won Outstanding Principal this year. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
The State Line man learns how long he'll spend behind bars for a 2019 kidnapping and sexual assault.
Matthew Harkey will spend the rest of his life in prison. The 47-year-old was sentenced to a total of 123 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections. Harkey was found guilty of aggravated criminal sexual assault, aggravated kidnapping, and home invasion last year. In 2019, Harkey broke into a Rockford woman's house, hit her over the head, duct taped a ski mask on her, and forced her into the trunk of his car. He took the victim to his mother's house in Roscoe, where he sexually assaulted the victim. She escaped. A neighbor helped her until officers arrived. Harkey led police on a high-speed chase. That chase ended when Harkey crashed his car and was ejected.
Rockford police investigate a homicide over the weekend. Officers were called to Guilford Road just east of Westchester Drive Saturday for a welfare check. When they arrived, officers found the front door open. As they checked the house, they found a 26-year-old woman in the living room. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Officers believe that her death was not a random act. If you know anything about this case, call Rockford Police or Rockford Area Crime Stoppers. We now turn to a developing story out of Louisville, Kentucky, where police say a gunman opened fire at a bank downtown, killing 4 people and injuring at least 9 others.
The gunman, who police say had a connection to the bank, is also dead. ABC's Rena Roy shows us several of those people hurt are police officers.
Yet another mass shooting in America. This time, the violence unfolding in downtown Louisville at this Old National Bank.
Shots fired. Shots fired here. Hit EMS here now. He's going to just under the hill.
Police say the gunman, armed with a long gun, according to witnesses, opened fire on a first-floor conference room around 8:30 a.m. local time.
Within 3 minutes of being dispatched, officers arrived on scene and encountered the suspect almost immediately, still firing gunshots.
He had a long assault rifle, and you hear the shots just start firing. We have a break room. I got in there and shut the door for a second, and then I was looking around, I opened the door to see where he was at, and I could see him still shooting. I didn't see his face, and then I took off running out the front door.
At least 4 people were killed and 9 more injured, including 2 police officers. One of them shot in the head and rushed into surgery at the hospital.
Officers down on the steps in front of the bank.
Governor Andy Beshear says he knew some of those who were killed.
I have a very close friend that didn't make it today. And I have another close friend who didn't either, and one who's at the hospital that I hope is going to make it through.
Investigators believe the suspect had a connection to the bank.
The suspect has been identified as Connor Sturgeon, white male, 23 years of age, who was employed at Old National Bank.
There have been at least 15 mass shootings so far in the U.S. this month alone, including today's, according to the Gun Violence Archive, and we're only 10 days into April. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Janesville police are looking for the suspects behind a weekend shooting. Officers were called to Lincoln Street for shots fired early Sunday morning. Bullets hit a house on that block. No one was hurt. Witnesses reported seeing suspects driving a gray newer model SUV. About 2 hours later, Beloit Police Department took a report of a stolen silver vehicle that matched the description of the suspect's car. A Rock County Sheriff's deputy found the SUV abandoned. If you know anything about this shooting, call the Janesville Police Department. Janesville police arrest a man after they say he crashed into a house on his motorcycle, tried to break into a home, and then attacked responding officers while drunk. Police were called to Parker Court just west of Parker Drive for an accident late Sunday night. They found the driver, 51-year-old Aaron Turner, on the side of the house. Police say he was drunk. As an officer attempted to take Turner into custody, he's accused of attacking that officer. Police say Turner hit that officer several times. Another officer used a taser on Turner to get him under control. Turner has 4 prior convictions for driving while intoxicated. He was on parole with an active warrant out for his arrest. Turner is charged with his 5th OWI, disorderly conduct, criminal damage to property, battery to a law enforcement officer, and resisting arrest.
Strep throat has been going around for the past few months, and the CDC says there's an especially nasty strain this year. It's called invasive group A strep. Instead of staying in the throat, the bacteria spreads to other parts of the body. The CDC says cases are higher than usual this season. To make matters worse, there's a shortage of amoxicillin, the antibiotic used to treat strep. Experts say parents should consult their doctors for alternatives. The maker of the Moderna COVID vaccine says a similar type of shot for cancer could be available in the next 5 years. Moderna officials said producing the COVID shot compressed many years of scientific research work. It set the stage to accelerate the development of vaccines that treat different types of tumors. The shots would be tailor-made to target the cancer cells that created the tumor and destroy them. Moderna says the science could also lead to shots for heart disease and autoimmune illnesses.
A Rockford hospital literally raises awareness with a flag. It's part of National Donate Life Month. Donor families and recipients gathered at OSF St. Anthony in Rockford. They were there to draw attention to organ donation. Nearly 4,000 adults and children just in Illinois are waiting for organ transplants. Marcia Goodhart's grandson Ryan died 13 years ago. He was an organ donor. 9 people benefited from his gift of life. Andy Trosper is one of them. He says without Ryan's liver, he wouldn't be here.
Everybody has the opportunity to give back. And the people that are on the receiving end are in need of those organs that can be reused by other people. And it is truly the gift of life. If I had not received that liver when I got it, I would have been dead.
Anyone interested in becoming an organ donor can register online or at their local Secretary of State's office. Golden Apple Foundation gives its final award of the year.
Carolyn Tim was named the 2023 Outstanding Principal. She's taught at Cherry Valley Elementary since it opened in 2018. Tim is credited with making the transition to the new school a smooth one for students and staff. She was surprised with the news this morning in the school gym. Students, staff, family, and friends were all there too. On top of the Golden Apple Award, she also will receive $1,000 to spend on Cherry Valley Elementary. Mrs. Tim says there's a lot that keeps her going.
My energy continues on because I love what I do and I love my work, I love education, I love my students, but my students is what keeps me going and keeps my energy going. My students first and my staff second, because honestly, without my staff, being on our team, we're a team here, everybody, and they're the ones that help make the decisions to support our students.
All of this year's Golden Apple winners will be recognized at the Excellence in Education Banquet April 28th at the Tabala Event Center. On Friday, a Texas judge issued a ruling that halted FDA approval of an abortion drug nationwide.
Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon shares the response from the White House and a warning from Republicans who support the ruling.
White House officials call that ruling out of Texas unprecedented, and they tell me that they believe they can beat that ruling in court.
If the decision stands, it will put women's health at risk.
The White House says the FDA will not make any immediate changes to the availability of mifepristone, the medication used for abortions up to 11 weeks in pregnancy.
We obviously disagree strenuously with the decision in Texas, and the Department of Justice has already filed a notice of appeal.
Friday, a ruling by a federal judge in Texas put the future of the drug in jeopardy. The administration is appealing, but some Democrats say the FDA has the authority to ignore the ruling, an idea Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez rejects.
It's very dangerous when you have the administration coming out and saying they may not uphold a ruling.
But the issue is complicated because on Friday, a different judge in Washington state issued a contradictory ruling barring the FDA from doing anything to reduce the availability of the drug.
And I think it's important that states dictate their futures.
What's really egregious about this opinion is that it would be a nationwide ban.
Jennifer Klein, director of the White House Gender Policy Council, believes the Biden administration could win in court even if the case ends up before the conservative-leaning U.S. Supreme Court. Klein says when the Supreme Court ended nationwide abortion rights, the court said it was returning power to states.
This ruling in this case would be the exact opposite.
The White House also says that abortion pill, mifepristone, has been proven to be safe and effective time and time again since it was approved 23 years ago. In Washington, Alexandra Limo.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Lots of sunshine out there this afternoon after we had some cloud cover early on. We take a live look with our Javon Bay Hospital camera here on the northeast end of Rockford. Just a few flat, fair weather cumulus clouds. Otherwise, mostly clear skies here as we go through this evening. Temperatures very comfortable, sitting in the low 70s. 72 in Rockford, Freeport. Same thing in Rochelle and Sterling. 73 for our weather watcher Terry. Down in Genoa, relative humidity sits at 29%. He has a dew point temperature at 40 degrees. Southwesterly wind at 10 miles per hour. Our dew point numbers are fairly dry in the upper 30s and low 40s thanks to some drier air mixing down from up above, and that may be the case over the next several days, and that'll bring that relative humidity factor down as well. Notice we're at 31% in Rockford, 33% in Rochelle, down to 19% in Janesville, and 20s there once you get a little further north and northwest. So you may be wondering, well, why are you telling me this about the relative humidity? Well, as our temperature goes up and our dew point number drops, the spread between those two numbers increases, and that causes that relative humidity value to go down. You combine that with a wind that'll be picking up over the next couple of days. Right now, sustained winds from the southwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. That could elevate the fire risk over the next couple of days, really kind of looking at Wednesday and Thursday. So southwesterly winds will be gusting close to 30 miles per hour tomorrow, really right around that 25 to 30 mile per hour range, but I think our winds will pick up a little as we go through the afternoon on Wednesday. So because of that, there is an elevated fire risk, especially when we look into Wednesday and Thursday. That means very dry and unseasonably warm conditions will continue throughout this week, making conditions favorable for brush and grass fires to actually spread quickly if they were to get out of control. So just something to keep in mind as we've got these nicer days, maybe wanting to get out and do a little cleaning outdoors, especially as the wind picks up. That drier vegetation may not necessarily be a good thing for us here as we hold on actually to nothing but clear skies throughout this week. In fact, when we run throughout the middle to end of the week, things are looking fairly dry across much of the country. That'll change a little bit by the end of the week once we start to break this pattern. So we're 44 degrees for tonight. We've got just a few clouds out there. We'll start off in the 40s tomorrow. We will warm quickly for the afternoon, up to 76 tomorrow. Southwesterly wind at about 25 miles per hour. I think on Wednesday, we've got a good shot of hitting 80 degrees for us area wide. Our earliest 80 degree temperature back in 2012, March 15th, our latest 80 degree reading, 1973, didn't occur until June 1st. On average, we typically see our first 80 degree temperature right around the 23rd of April, so not too far off from where we typically see that. The reason why we're going to see this warmth, we've got a blocking pattern. Area of low pressure cut off from the main flow of the jet stream down to the south, high pressure up to the north. This is known as a Rex block. These blocking patterns stay pretty stagnant for several days until you get something that comes along and breaks that. Looks like we'll have that by the end of the week as that low pressure weakens, gets absorbed into the jet stream, and we've got our next cold front to come through. Unfortunately, what that'll do is bring us down from those 70s guys into the 60s and maybe even some 50s here by the time we get into next week.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Ice Hogs are getting some help in a big way for the final week of the regular season as they try to make the playoffs. Lucas Reichel is returning to the team. The Blackhawks assigned the high-scoring forward back to Rockford this morning. Reichel was one of the leading scorers in the AHL until the Blackhawks promoted him March 2nd. He did very well in his stint with the Blackhawks. In 23 games with them this season overall, he had 7 goals and 8 assists. With 4 regular season games remaining, the Ice Hogs are clinging to the final playoff spot in the Central Division by 1 point over the Chicago Wolves. Reichel will become a welcome addition. He gained a lot of confidence with the Blackhawks.
I felt pretty good. I think, I felt like more comfortable, more confidence. It was good learning experience, and I wanna keep getting stronger, keep getting better for next season.
And the Ice Hogs are also getting defenseman Alex Vlasic back from the Blackhawks. Forward Buddy Robinson goes up to Chicago to help the Blackhawks finish out their season, but he'll return if the Ice Hogs make the playoffs. Well, the Bulls are in the NBA's play-in scramble, and standing in their way is Fred VanVleet and the Raptors. Wednesday night they'll play in Toronto. The winner advances to a second play-in game. The loser will be done for the season. The Raptors won 2 out of 3 from the Bulls during the regular season, and VanVleet burned them twice. He scored 30 points and dished out 11 assists in the first game. He scored 27 points in the second. He struggled though shooting in the third game and scored only 3 points.
We'll see how. I think all of our games with them this year have been a little different. You know, we had a different team. They had a different team. It was a back-to-back one time. So the last time we played, it was, you know, back and forth pretty much the whole game. So, yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Skies will stay clear for us as we go through the night tonight. The First Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More gets a break here as we stay pretty dry over the next several days. We've got a clear sky that'll carry us through the night tonight. Temperatures will drop down into the mid-40s, right around 44 degrees. Tomorrow we're up to 76 for the afternoon. We'll see just a couple of clouds here and there. A little breezy the next couple of days, but the wind will pick up Wednesday, Thursday. I think on Wednesday that'll bring us to 80 degrees, 79 on Thursday. We are dry. Most of Friday going to be dry too. There is a cold front that comes in for the weekend, and it breaks this kind of mild and dry pattern. We'll see a chance for rain and even a couple of thunderstorms. At this point, doesn't look like anything too severe. 68 on Saturday and then 50s next week.
All right, thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.